Hello, beautiful people. My name's Kristen. Thank you for stopping by my channel. Today, I am coming back to you to talk about Nonfiction November. It is my absolute favorite reading event on BookTube. And so even though I've been away for a while, I had to come back and do this. So quickly update for those who care. If not, just scroll through till I hold up a book, right? If you're just here for the books, I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Skip ahead. But I've spent the last month dealing with just a little skin cancer on the nose. So I had a biopsy and then a followed up surgery, and I was in a bandage with lots of sutures for a couple weeks. And then, I mean, even now it's been a full month and there's still some healing that needs to happen there. And I just wasn't feeling camera, all that. And if there was anything else in life going on, it was that extra excuse. So I've missed you. I've been trying to watch some videos in the meantime, keep up with my community. But like I said, I don't want to miss Nonfiction November. It's my favorite. And I am this year going to really focus on the 4 key words that Olive at a Book Olive lists as a challenge. So I will link that below. I do have a personal kind of standing challenge to myself that each November, being election month, I read a presidential book. This book, Barack Obama's The Promised Land, it had this price here, but I got this for $1 at a library sale. So this is the book I'm going to attempt this year for my presidential reading, and we'll see how that goes. Now, Olive's words were really awesome. So her first word was code. So for code, I looked through all my nonfiction books. I have a pretty substantial, about 25, 30 of them sitting on my shelves. And of those, it was very easy to pick this one on time travel, by Gardner. And this is a nonfiction book literally about the concepts of traveling in time. And if you watch my channel, I am a geeky nerd freak about fiction, historical fiction, sci-fi, nonfiction, anything that has spirituality, theology, anything that has to do with time. I just feel like the answer to the spiritual realm is outside of time. And so you can see just by the nature of this book about how it definitely fulfills the keyword of code. There's codes all throughout it. And I've been told that this one isn't so academic that it would be over my head, because as much as I like math and science, I am not overly scholarly about it. So I look forward to telling you how this one turns out for me. For the word path, I looked through my books and I thought there were several, right? There's so many for path. But this one, Cheryl Strayed's Wild, has to be the clear winner. I mean, it's got a freaking hiking shoe on the front cover, right? This is the memoir of her adventures going off on her big hike. Is it the Appalachian Trail or which one? Pacific Coast Trail, which is great because I have read one fairly recently on Appalachia. So this will be excellent. I don't think it's a super long or intense read. So that will be my path reading. The next word is shot. So for shot, I thought The Immortal Life of Henrietta by Rebecca Skool. This is the nonfiction memoir of the woman whose DNA was used without her permission. So I look forward to the code of ethics, as well as I'm sure there's some medical shots involved in that. And then the last word was join. And so for join, I think of nothing better than Dinner with the President. This is a book that I've been really looking forward to reading. It has the beautiful deckled edges, and it also has lots of beautiful pictures in it. The memoir by Prud Homme, that was a chef in the White House for many, many years, and talks about the people, the foods, all of the coming to table. And I just always picture going back to kind of the spiritual time and shots and DNA and all that, kind of philosophy. I love the concept of joining together at table. I just feel like that is the ultimate metaphor in my mind for the afterlife and kingdom on earth. And if there was ever to be true peace on earth, having one huge Thanksgiving style banquet table of all people, nations, races. I mean, even if I just feel like we'd understand each other. So this is my kind of book that I'm excited to listen to. I think it also bookends really well with my presidential books that I like to read, right? So I think I'm going to read them even in the order that I showed them, although I think that was also the order of the code word. So I think it all just came together really, really well for me. November is also my birthday month, so I wanted to pick a couple TBR books that were just fun that I wanted to read. So I looked over all my fiction books, and I really want to read Abby Jimenez Just for the Summer. This has gotten so many 5-star reviews from people. I've never read her, and I look forward to reading this one. Don't really know a lot about what it's about, and I don't really want to. The Women of Tehran. This book has to do with the culture of Iran and kind of trying to find their voice and find their way in the 1950s Tehran. So I look forward to hopefully getting to those as well as my nonfiction. If I have a stellar month, some other nonfiction books I'm thinking of, I really want to get to Studs Terkel's memoir. He is a journalist, author, wrote the book Working, which got turned into a musical that I adore. This one doesn't have its cover jacket anymore, but The Essential Sheehan. This is a book documenting running. Margaret Thatcher's autobiography. It's a chunker. Probably not going to get to it, but I would like to sometime start this soon and maybe just work my way through it over several months. There's a little thin children's book on world history that I keep saying I'm going to read that I never do. For my Texas roots, I know he's not Texan, but he has some ties to Texas history with Davy Crockett, as well as the book on the Alamo, and this is on the Alamo property, not on the battle, the final battle. It has to do with the very beginning roots all the way up to the current modern day. So here's my family at the Alamo where I bought the book. So sure, let's stick it in there. Why not? So that's what I got. It's a huge, ginormous stack. Those are just my possibilities that I'm going to look at, play with. Definitely going to get to the ones at the beginning. Maybe we'll get to some of the ones at the end. Let me know, though, in the comments if there's any of these that you've read that you think I should bump up the TBR list, that you're really excited about me reviewing. Let me know how you're doing. What are you reading for Nonfiction November? I would love to hear that, because I keep on adding to my wish list to my TBR. Even if I don't get to it this November, nonfiction is some of my very, very favorites. So thank you for stopping by. If you made it this long, give me a little wave emoji back. Love you. Take care.